Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your December 2022 reading. And so, of course, during the month, all my wishes for Yule's celebration or Christmas, winter solstice, any of your personal celebration of this beautiful shift into the longer days and the coming back of light into this world. So I meditated on your energy, and the first card that came out is the Hermit in reverse. So what that tells me is that there's a bit of a resistance here when it comes to listening to what your soul is telling you, listening to what your wisdom is telling you, your inner light, and actually taking that path. It's there, but why? Probably because, and these were on the side. So that tells me that some of you it's like this, some of you it's like this, okay? Because, not all Capricorns are the same. If it's like this, well, of course, if we look at the Hermit has a wand, exactly like this guy, okay? This is having a hard time knowing the direction because we're stuck in our head. And we have a lot of yes, but, yes, but, yes, but. Direction about what? We'll see. And if it's like that, this is I'm finally releasing myself from my mental prison in order to be able to enthusiastically embark on my new path. And at the end of the month, we have an Ace of Pentacle, which is probably going to be the seed that is going to be planted in that new path. At the end of the month, we're conscious of it. We still haven't grabbed it, but we're conscious of it because it's still in the hand of God. Under our Hermit in reverse, your now, we have the Pope in reverse. So, okay, I don't want to listen to my wisdom and my inner soul. I also don't want to listen to my cosmic intelligence input, the discernment of Jupiter, how to apply my spiritual understanding into this life. No. Why? Because I'm still looking at my losses and my sadnesses, and I believe that life is unfair, the universe is unfair, there's a disbalance in this world. So of course the source of all of this I will not listen to, because I'm a bit mad at it, because I'm still looking at my emotional losses. And so that's why the yes but is in my head. But this month, there's going to be under that, this, to bring it from this to this, you're going to need a little tower, okay? So that means that it's going to be a realization at one point of exactly maybe what was the cause of the past sorrows, disappointments, grievings, okay? And it's going to come with the Page of Cup and the Three of Pentacle. So the Three of Pentacle in reverse. So that would be like, you know what? I don't know what is going to be my next path or where I am going, because in a way, I don't even know what I want to build. I don't even know what I love. I don't even know. My heart is filled with, it could be old sadnesses. And then, what am I going to manifest? This? Because the Three of Pentacles is all about building our reality. We need the aspiration. And here there's a resistance to go and just look there. We need the architect in here, the aspiration, the architect, and the craftsman. So he wants to build a cathedral. He knows exactly the shape it's going to have. He visualization. And here is action with knowledge, the craftsman. So these three aspects is what is needed to give the shape of our reality. But how can we give it a positive shape if we're still, or a fair, balanced shape, if we're still having the only reality or focus that we have on? Look, that guy is only looking at this, is the cups that were spilled. So that's why we need that cup. That tower is for you to get a cup, get a high vibration of possibilities, of inspiration, of creativity, of love. Okay? Under our Ace of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, and we have the Sun in reverse with the Three of Cups. So this is like, okay, I'm getting the cup. I'm going to be, wanting to celebrate life, to be inspired and all of that. But what I truly desire might be still occulted at the end of the month. But it's just a question of time to know the direction of what I truly desire, in what I want to express myself, and what is going to make me feel like a naked kid on a white horse. So as Sagittarius was in a cocoon period, for you, Capricorn, it's almost like the process of removing your mental prison so that you can have access to what would actually bring the fire back in you, give you the direction of your next desire of what you want to build and create. Bottom of the deck, I have the Hangman, because probably this is going to be hanging until you see all of this from a different angle. Let's clarify for you, Capricorn. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorns for the month of December 2022. Capricorn for the month of December 2022. Okay, show me, why is the Hermit in reverse for Capricorn? Why is the Hermit in reverse for Capricorn? Okay, so we have the King of Swords, and here we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Cups. So of course this is going to bring full of confusion. The Seven of Cups is Jupiter in Scorpio, but here we see that you have still active a lot of your old sadnesses. It affects the way you think. It affects your integrity. Okay? Integrity goes with the I am. I will speak, act, think in accordance to who I am and what I believe. But if in my beliefs, and we are in Sagittarius season where they rule the house of belief. Okay? So if in my beliefs it is that things are unbalanced and unfair and there's a lot of sadnesses, this is going to be my truth because my integrity will be aligned with this. Okay? So that makes me, when it comes to seeing what is in front of me, maybe seeing what I want to do or what is reality, it is going to be filled with projections of my dreams, my traumas, all sorts of things. It's going to be all over the place. Okay? And with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is not getting access to my true worth of who I am. Let's look at that Eight of Swords and Page of Wands. Okay. Okay. So, we have the Lovers. And we have the World in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Well, we know after the Ace of Pentacles is upright, something's happening, and it's going to be that Tower. That Tower is going to allow you to really finish, not remain in your head about what has happened before and make that the limiting prison. Because here we see with the King of Swords, it's a mental prison. It's a mental limit. Because of the emotional backup, it created beliefs within you that are limiting, preventing you from actually finishing the cycle and starting the new one. And that's why ultimately this is going to be a decision. But when you look at this beautiful depiction, we have here the angel with his pineal gland hair. Right under the sun. We have the feminine looking at the angel and the masculine looking at the feminine. Now, this is made like this because she receives the inspiration through your right brain. And then the left brain makes sense of it and will actually direct the actions you're going to take into this world. So, when we are not listening to the divine feminine. Because here the hermit in the story of the tarot went to see the high priestess, and he is guided by his inner light. But here no. And the Pope is what? The Pope is the counterpart of the high priestess. But here he is not listening. So you're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to the connection of the divine that is within you. Instead, you're focusing on your sadnesses and your traumas as that being the truth and the proof that things are unfair in this world. So, let's go see that Ace of Pentacles at the end of the month. Okay. Six of Pentacles and Six of Wands. So that tells me that you're going to be able to grasp and take that pentacle when you're going to allow the universe to give it to you. When you're going to come back from your heartaches and your traumas. This guy comes back from war. He understands the lesson. And then he allows the universe to give him his next cycle. Six of Pentacles is the balance of the universe. This is all about the principle that things have to pass through you. That's why he's rich. He has no limit into the pentacles, the five senses, the four elements and spirit of this reality. Abundance in every way. It can pass through him with no limits. And they can receive with no limits because they know that it comes from an infinite source that does not judge. So he will remove the human judgment on his sadnesses and his losses and allow that constant flow of divine light, love, abundance to get back through him again. Let's look at the Pope. Oh, I thought I had a small deck. There you go. Okay, let's look at the Pope. The Pope. Why is the Pope there for Capricorns? Ooh, flying away. Yes, the Lovers again. And we have the Knight of Pentacle in reverse. So that guy is already slow. When he's in reverse, he's even more slow. He stopped. So here we need to be this. We need to make that decision. We need to make that inspired decision so that things can continue to grow in our life. Five of Cups, Justice in reverse. Okay. We need to let go of the resistance, because there is kind of a resistance here in order to align ourselves with our movement forward here. So in a way, turning this around will allow you to, because here the Seven of Wands is in reverse, so that means like, yes, I understand that I cannot resist anymore. Okay, there's a will to let go of the no, I'm not, I'm defending myself, because you cannot be in this position and move forward at the same time. You don't want to move forward in a unfair, unbalanced way, because this is going to be what you are going to move towards, because this is going to be your guiding belief. Okay, so all right, let's look at that Tower. What does the Tower do for Capricorn? What does the Tower do for Capricorn? Okay, so we have our little resistance here again, and we are going to purify the heart chakra. That's what we're going to do. Probably so that you can receive that, you know, this is so that you can fall in love with building again, with creating, with manifesting, and all of these things. To play the game of being here. The Tower is bringing purification, transformation, so that your heart chakra can be back into the, you know what, that beautiful flow of, I'm receiving love from the divine and I'm giving it from the cat, the tree, the neighbor, my lover, my friends. Love for what I want to build, or even the idea of it. Let's look at that Queen of Wands in reverse, so that your Queen of Wands can work. So that's your divine feminine side, whether you're a man or a woman. When I say feminine, masculine, has nothing to do with gender, okay? Spiritual work has nothing to do with gender. Gender is in the lowest identity of the Malkut, the gonads, okay? So here, when I speak of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, I'm speaking on this dual aspect of, how to put that, of how we function, how we can, the mechanics of the causal plane of the human experience. Okay, so I stopped on the Queen of Pentacle in reverse also. So here, Queen of Wands in reverse, we have a hard time knowing exactly what we desire, being in contact with what we desire. So it can be all over the place or not having any. It's misconnected. It's not in our Lover's card here. It's not inspired. And the Queen of Pentacle in reverse, well, that inner knowing of your worth, of this world being a friendly world that is there to nourish you, support you, bring you what you need, also in reverse. So that's probably why through that transformation, in a way, it's going to allow to reinstore your divine feminine. And as I do that, here is the moon, and here is you, Capricorn. And if you look into a bit of astrology, this would be Cancer, Capricorn. This is the axe, Cancer, Capricorn, on which the chariot actually travels. Okay, that's why often they'll associate the chariot with Cancer, but the chariot travels on the axe of Cancer and Capricorn. Cancer, the moon, the feminine, all of the unconscious lineage of memories of all of the mothers before you, and imprinted in your cells, the depth of the unconscious, the access to divine consciousness, access to chaos. It's there, the Black Sphinx. And this, your ambition, your masculine side, Saturn, the application, focus, discipline into this world. And what is supposed to guide you? The 8-pointed star of your aspiration. Aligning your mental in a balanced way, overcoming the unconscious that could divert you away from this, so that you can come and apply into this world, not as a slave, but as a full controlled, disciplined being. So, but for that you need a direction. And that direction is still hidden. Because I think at first it's almost like stubbornness of not wanting to go and check for that direction so that there can be that alignment. But I think you're going to get over it during this month. Let's look at the Three of Cups and the Sun. All right. So we end up with the Nine of Swords. So in a way, it's almost saying to you, here are the two bottoms of the deck. The source of your anxiety, by looking at it from a different angle, is actually going to be the source of your illumination, okay? To release the mental prison, the anxiety, the how am I going to do this and all of that. And here at the end, we have the Four of Cups in reverse and our little resistance in reverse. So at the end of the month, you're going to find probably a kind of rise in your emotions, okay, in your sociability and your joy of life. But this is really to finish breaking off the emotional prison, the mental prison, and the energetical resistance, so that the sun can come back into your life. The sun in a shape of, this is what I would love. This is my aspiration. And I'm going to believe in it. Okay? So, there you go. Restoration of the waters in order to give a direction for your and for you to listen and hear the aspiration for your chariot to be able to move on that axe. Cancer, Capricorn. We come in through Cancer, we get out through Capricorn, through our accomplishment here. Okay? So I would call this, this is heading towards a new ambition. So I'm going to call this new ambition, okay? Because ultimately this is where you're going, but there's this huge transformation and all of that in the meantime this month. So on this, my beautiful Capricorns, I am sending you all my love and light. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. If you want help grow the channel, if you want a private reading, the description, there's a website. You go on it and you can book, the readings. You have all the information. During the time of the holidays, of the Yule holidays, I will take about 3 weeks off. And the way the schedule is made, it's 3 weeks. You can't book more than 3 weeks in advance. So it's possible that you get on the website and that you see that there's no availability. But if you go during mid-December, you should have a whole opening of 3 weeks in front of you. So on this, I'm sending you all my love and light, and namaste. I'll see you next month.